guys, and welcome back. This is the Big Sew Along, and I am Jenny, your hostess as always. And I am back after, I feel like it's been longer, but it's been 3 weeks since my last video. All of you who watch me on a regular basis will know that I have been moving, and that's why I have not been here. Our move is finally more or less complete. We're in our new house. I do still have some cleaning to do at the old house, and then we'll be completely done with the old house by next Monday. So I'm going over there this afternoon after I finish this, and I'm gonna get some cleaning done, and then I have some help coming on Saturday to finish it up. In the meanwhile, I have really missed being here. I feel like I've had so much to tell you guys, like every single day since I haven't been here. But I'm just gonna have to take my time and sort of catch up on that. So I thought today I would give you a quick video tour of my my new home. This video was taken before we moved in, so the house is empty. And yeah, it's just a quick tour. It's just me holding my camera, so it's not great, you know. It is what it is. Anyways, so I'll take you over to that first. So here we are, walking up to the front of the house. You can see these little scraggly plants here I want to get rid of. Okay. And this is the front hallway. You can kind of see, oh yeah, on the right here is this glass block wall that is like a little cubby hole thing where we hung our coat rack. I'll probably get like an umbrella stand or something for under there. I love the glass block wall. This is a hallway, the main hallway down to the kitchen. You can see the built-in shelves on the left there that just have some junk in them right now. But yeah. And then on the right here, this is the sitting room. This is the back side of the glass block wall. And I do this weird thing walking around here so I can kind of show you the glass block wall from inside the room. I don't know if you can see those parquet floors too. They're really beautiful. So that's the back of the wall. And then that's the other side of the room, which is like a little dining seating area. And then another glass block wall. So this big curved wall in the middle is bookended by two glass block walls. The kitchen is a mess right now, so we're going to kind of skip over that. This is the dining room, and that backs out onto the sun porch where people are working, so I couldn't really show you. And then our main, like a TV room up front. And again, all I have in there right now is the sofa and the TV. And then we're back at the front door. This is upstairs. This is my husband's office. Again, not really done yet. We have bookshelves coming, and this wardrobe thing right there is getting taken out. But I wanted to show you guys this little feature. It's a little teeny door that goes into a galleyway. And that opens out onto my balcony, which I really love. It runs the length of the front of the house. You can kind of see my front yard, my neighborhood a little bit. I'm right on the corner, obviously. And then the balcony wraps around to the side, but just a little bit. It doesn't go very far along the side. But you can kind of see my side yard, which I also really love. And now more glass block. And then back along the balcony again. That other glass block we just saw is the outside of the master bedroom. And we'll see that again in a second after we get back inside. This is the main bathroom upstairs. It's not a ton to see because it's a really tiny bathroom, but I do love the lights on the side of the mirror, the floor tile, and this super cute little like weirdo drawer that's like built into the bathtub. And then this is the master bedroom. That's the glass block that we saw out on the balcony. I love the curved room. Obviously, we haven't done anything in it yet. Those shelves are going to go, and these curtains have to change. But anyways, Then there are two closets. The little one here on the right has an automatic light, which is kind of cool. It pops on when you open the closet. That's for my husband. And then the main closet, which is right next to it, is this one. And it has, I've turned on the light there, one giant hanging bar that goes the length of the closet. And then the other side is all shelves. They have just wooden shelves on there right now, so I might replace those with something, but they're fine for the moment. A little more glass block because you cannot have enough. This is back in my husband's office. I forgot to show you the little diorama of the house. It's the architect's original diorama, and I really love it. I actually just like looking at it. And then I think, oh yeah, we're back downstairs. Just because I wanted to show you in the hallway, there's a hall closet, and it is also a curvy closet. So like a lot of things in this house, it's curved. And I think it's really cool. I really love it. This is just the basement, but this will eventually be my sewing room. It just needs, I have to fix it up. Okay, so that's my new house. I'm super, super excited to be here. I love this house. There are some things I want to change, mostly paint colors. We will redo our kitchen, but we're not going to do that right away. It'll probably be sometime next year. This year, we're getting a fence put up. I'm sure everybody who watches me knows I have 3 dogs, so I need a fence. So that's getting put up in a little over a month, I think. Also, this room that I'm sitting in right now is my sun porch, which you couldn't really see in that video because I had guys working out here. They were installing a new door and doing something else. Now I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, I'm kind of in love with my sun porch. I'm actually not in love with it as is. I'm gonna be in love with that. I'm not crazy about this color wall. I don't know if you can tell. My entire house is this color right now. It's like a slightly greeny beige color. I prefer things that are more like cool tone. So like, I don't know. I think like a grayish color, like a pale gray color I would prefer for the rest of the house. I think out here on the sun porch, I might just have it all painted white. I did order some new furniture for out here right now. I don't think you guys can really see it, but I have this like faux wicker chairs and table that the last owners left behind, and we didn't have a porch before, so I didn't have porch furniture. Yeah, so that's the house. I'm really, like I said, excited to finally be in it. I am working on getting my sewing room set up. The one furniture fatality I had and the move was my cutting table. I don't know if you guys will remember. In most of my videos when I do a tutorial, you'll see me like from the top, you'll see it's my cutting table. That cutting table I got from Haberman's probably almost 5 years ago or 6 years ago. When Haberman's moved from one location to another, they had these giant cutting room tables for their classrooms. And they didn't have room for all of them in the new place, so they offered them to some of us, and one of the other ladies I work with and we both got one. That table is about 9 feet long and 4 feet wide. And I had like the perfect spot for it in the basement where my sewing room is. But what I did not account for was getting it into the basement. I didn't have a problem getting it into my old sewing room because my back door was a straight shot down a hallway into my old sewing room. But this house, my sewing room is in the basement, and in order to get to that, you have to go around a corner. And that table was not going to do it. So, yeah, so I lost my cutting table. I'm trying to find a new one. I'm considering buying a ping pong table. I'll show you a picture here of the one I found. It's not terribly expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not terribly expensive. And I think because it folds up, I don't think I'll have any trouble getting it in there. The other thing is I found an old dining table on Facebook Marketplace, and that would actually be my ideal solution, because I'd rather just repurpose something that's already out there instead of buying something new. The problem is that unless I can remove the legs, there's no way I can get a big table like that down there. So we'll see what happens. That is my my goal for the next week, is to find a new cutting table. I did also have an idea of like sort of fashioning one out of some bookshelf kind of things from IKEA and getting like an MDF top for it. I feel like that was turning into more work than it was worth, but I may end up doing that at the end of the day anyway, so we'll just see. So I obviously have not had very much time to do any sewing, but I did finish, before the move, I finished this dress that I'm wearing right now. It is the Page dress from Elbe Textiles. This one is made in just a vintage 100% cotton. It's like a shirting weight cotton that I got at a antique market when I went to an antique market on Mother's Day with a couple of friends of mine, and I found this when I was there. I love this dress. This was straight out of the box. I'm trying to remember. The sizing for Elbe Textiles is a little weird, and so I can't remember what size I made, but I went according to my measurements and their chart, and I sewed it straight out of the box per their recommendation. The only thing I did different is this, the front and the back both have these pleats. I don't know if you can see these. I might have to put a separate picture up there. You see these like little pin tuck pleats? So in the original pattern, the pleats go all the way over past the shoulder, to the end of the shoulder. So I think there are 20 pleats on the front and 20 on the back, something like that. I didn't want my pleats to go all the way across the shoulder, so I put 14 pleats in the front and 14 in the back, 7 on each side. That's the only alteration I made. I think this, you can see my pleats go down to like just past my natural waist. So next time I make this, I think I'll just shorten the pleats a little bit so they're not quite as long. I prefer them to be a little bit higher. Those are the only alterations I made to this dress. Since then, I haven't been able to sew on my sewing machine because everything's been packed away. What I have done is I have been watching some YouTube videos, and I'm going to tell you really quickly who they were. These ladies, all three of them are ladies, Bernadette Banner, Abby Cox, and Nicole Rudolph, all have channels here on YouTube, and mostly they talk about historic costuming or fashion history or sewing by hand, all of that kind of stuff. So anyways, they really inspired me to do some hand sewing, along with, and I can't remember her name now, the lady who owns Fibre and Cloth. She has a little pamphlet you can buy on her website of hand stitching, and she talks on her blog about hand stitching. So I decided to give hand stitching a try while I was unable to use my sewing machine. And again, those of you who watch me regularly will remember that since January I've been trying to slow down in my sewing a little bit, and sewing everything by hand is certainly slowing it down. So I started a new Fotunia dress. This is the Fotunia, also by Fibre and Cloth. This is a linen applique. Can you see those beautiful appliques on there? There's a linen applique tablecloth that I got also at that same antique fair that I went to with my friends. So I've sewn this entire thing by hand. I sewed, let's see, I did French seams on all the seams, and I haven't put any pockets on it. There are pockets for this, inseam pockets. I decided not to use those because I love this fabric so much, and I had just enough to make a patch pocket, so I'm going to put patch pockets on there. I did do the gathering by hand, you can see. I have not obviously finished my neckband, but just so you can see the stitching there. Gathering by hand was the most difficult part. These are the cuffs for my sleeves. I cut them so that they'll look like that when they're on. And again, I really love the applique work on this. So I have to tell you guys, really enjoyed sewing this by hand. There are some fabrics I would never want to tackle by hand, I'm sure. But this linen is easy to get through with a needle, and it's relatively stable, and it presses like a dream. So a lot of stuff you can just finger press. I did invest in a new thimble. I forgot to bring it out here. One of the ladies that I was talking about, and I want to say it was Abby Cox, but don't hold me to that. I'm not really sure. One of those ladies, and I'll leave links to their video, to their channels below, so you guys can check those out. One of them talks about, you know how important it is to use a thimble. I found a box of thimbles. You would think that I would have thimbles, and I know I did have some thimbles around here somewhere. I couldn't find them anywhere. So I went to a local, just like a little antique shop, and I was like, you know what, maybe they'll have a thimble. And they did. They had a box of thimbles for $10, so I bought them. One of them fits. So I guess thimbles come in different sizes. I have a pretty large finger, apparently, because none of the thimbles I could find would fit it. But this old vintage brass thimble that I got in a box of like 10 or 12 fits. And so I've been practicing sewing with that. I got some linen thread from a place one of these ladies recommended. And I think as far as supplies goes, that was pretty much it. I have beeswax because I used that for embroidery and stuff, so I had that around. Anyways, the end of the day is, the end of the story is, I really enjoyed hand sewing this, and I will not be hand sewing everything, but I will definitely be hand sewing more. I found this really super relaxing and extremely satisfying. So if you guys, any of you guys are interested in doing some hand sewing, one of these ladies that I just talked about has a company called Sewn Company, I think it is. Again, I'll leave a link below, where she offers like tutorials that you can buy. I bought the first hand sewing tutorials from her. It was like a program of like 6 or 7 videos. Anyways, I think it was maybe $24, $25. If you look on her website, on her YouTube channel, you can probably get all the information there, but it was nice to have it all in one compact area. And also, I don't mind, you know, supporting her, since I'm really getting a lot of information from these ladies. Anyways, if you are interested, Sewn Company, I will link below. You can check out her tutorials you can buy also. And speaking of money, I realized the last time I did a video, I was talking to you guys, I sort of flippantly threw out that I had started a KoFi account, and if anybody wanted to like help me out, that would be a good way. I did that sort of flippantly. I realized when I watched my video later, it came across very flippant to me, and I just wanted to apologize for that. I am uncomfortable asking people for money for any reason. If I'm babysitting, it's just one of those things. Some people are like that. But I did open the KoFi account because I need to invest a little bit in my studio space if I want to keep making videos. Specifically now that I have moved, I used to have a place where I could hang my camera above my cutting table, and I don't have that anymore. I have to come up with some other like rigging for that. I don't expect it to be terribly expensive, but things like that. If you guys wanted to, if you like my channel and you like what you see and you hear here and you feel like you can, then contributing to my KoFi account would go towards that kind of thing. And that's all. But I also don't want anybody to feel obligated to go to KoFi and donate to me. I am happy to do what I can here for you guys for free because I love doing it. And if you hit subscribe and tell your sewing friends about me, I love that just as much as a donation to my KoFi account. In any case, that is all I have for you guys this week. I am hoping to be back on a regular schedule for next week. However, I'm a little behind in some work. So I will I may not be here till the end of next week for like another Friday Sews. And I think that's it, you guys. I'll be here one way or another next week, okay? Until then, I wish you all happy sewing and happy start of summer, I think. It's really been lovely here, and I hope you guys, wherever you are, you're having lovely weather as well. As I said, happy sewing.